Dolphins fans, welcome to the channel. Thank you for checking it out. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Um, we got some stuff to talk about today. Got to get into this Jets game. Uh, I had to get on earlier than normal, a couple hours earlier. I apologize for those of you that get used to a certain time, but I had to today. I got to go out and get into my tree stand here this evening, so I had to do this stream a little early. So thanks for you, those of you that caught it. I know I didn't give much notice on the early time schedule for today, so apologies for that. But we have a pretty important game coming up. I mean, I know for a lot of other NFL teams, this is being looked at as uh, the garbage bowl. Jets and Dolphins coming up. We've talked in depth about the Bills game and everything before that, so I'm going to let that stuff slide off the table, and I'm going to focus on this Jets game and where we're at. It it kind of is a trash bowl. I mean, when you look at some of these rankings and these stats for this game coming up, and kind of what our expectations should be, I'm at a loss really for what's been going on so far this season for the Dolphins, and not just what's been going on, but how we've been performing mainly. It hasn't been what you would expect. I know we didn't expect the best team in the NFL. At least I certainly wasn't. But wasn't expecting what we're getting either. Hey, what's up, Michael? Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's not been great. I mean, and we're at week 3. We're getting into the cusp of week 4 coming up. And after week 4, like I've been saying, I'm going to be giving my evaluation of this team, and I've got all my stuff right in here. Everything is in this book of what I have for an evaluation for this team, as far as individual performances, team performance, position performance, all these things. And I'll be giving that as soon as the Jets game is over. I'll be ready to unravel that and dig into that. I'm going to do a whole separate live stream for it that week after the Jets game. And it's not going to be great. But it could be a lot better if we could manage to get a win here, and not just get a win, but play better. I will say that there has been some improvement here and there from certain things, and there's been some things that have kind of been on the slide. So that'll be a great live stream. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that with everybody. It'll be an open mic night too on that stream, so people will be able to comment and talk about it. So this game against the Jets, Monday Night Football, it's going to be a dogfight. It's not going to be an easy game. I don't see this being a blowout. I don't see either team winning by a lot of points. I see this being a very, very difficult game. It's going to be close. Obviously, it's a division rivalry. Jorge, what's up, man? Good to see you in here, brother. Good to see you. Elwood, dude, what's up, man? Good to see you guys coming in here. Sorry for the early time. Tried to keep the slots normal for when I come on, but today had to be a little earlier. So thanks for being here. Make sure you guys throw that like down and get as many people in here as we can. So this game, it's coming up. It's gonna be a dogfight. We're gonna have to scratch and claw for this one. The Jets coming in at 0-3, just like the Dolphins are, and we can't, as Dolphins fans, we can't talk smack about the Jets. We cannot. We can't expect this to be an easy win. It's going to be difficult. They're 0-3. They're going to come in here into Miami Gardens, and they're going to be hungry. They're going to want to win this game, and they're going to do everything they can to do so. Hey, what's up, Crazy Dolphin? Thanks for being in here, brother. I like the little frozen face emoji. That's pretty cool. That should almost be my symbol. But the Jets are going to be coming in here, and they're going to be wanting to win. They're gonna fight, and we have. Yes, Fields is going to be playing. Oh no, I'm sorry, Fields is out. He's got a concussion. He still hasn't cleared concussion protocol, from what I know. I'm sure come Friday or Saturday, I'll be looking to make sure. But as of right now, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's out. As of right now, he's out, and that means Tyrod Taylor is going to be playing for him. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing if you want to look at it both ways. Um, Tyrod Taylor is a little more accurate than Fields is. He can do more quarterback things than Justin Fields. Fields also obviously is that double threat quarterback way more than Tyrod Taylor is. And the deal with Miami, we have a incredibly difficult time dealing with quarterbacks that have the ability to run. So I'm looking at it as a blessing to be able to play against Tyrod Taylor over Justin Fields. No disrespect intended to Justin Fields. I hope he's okay and comes out of his concussion just fine. You don't want injuries, so that's where they're at with that. We'll get into some of the other injury stuff here in a minute. Yep, it doesn't matter too much. It's just we're going to play the game. We got to win either way. We cannot. I mean, well, I'm not really saying cannot, but you don't want to go down 0-4. You don't. And one of these teams, yes, Tyrod Taylor has a fantastic deep ball. And one of these teams is going to leave this game 0-4. And right now it's a matter of, do we want that to be us or do we want that to be the other team? Well, I know as fans what we want, and I'm pretty sure I know as players what they want. So they've got to do everything right. They have to. And yes, the teams we've played, the Patriots are much improved. Yes. They are not a fantastic, perfect team. All right. We should have won that game, and we shot ourselves in the foot to lose the Patriots game. As far as the Colts game goes, I hate to break it to everybody, but the Colts are a fantastic team this year. They are playing wonderful football. They have punted one time in 3 games. One time. And then I'm telling you, the Colts are good. So I don't look at that game as momentous of a loss as some people do. The Colts are very good. Now, Elwood, you're taking away my whole stream, brother. Just give me a second. That's in keys to the game. You're killing me. I'll dig into that here in a minute because that's exactly what is written on my keys to the game here. The Jets, they've lost some games. They've lost all 3 of them, but they are yes, the Colts are legit on both sides of the ball. Definitely. They are most definitely legit on both sides of the ball. And Danny Dimes is playing lights out. So, and in defense of Daniel Jones, he has never had a good offensive line, ever. This is the first time he's had a good offensive line, and look what the man is doing. For the first time in his career, he doesn't have to run for his life. And that's saying something. He's doing very well. So kudos to him. Congratulations. I hope he keeps playing that way because they've already beat us. We're not playing them again. I would like to see them kind of just go on a tear through the AFC, rip some of these better teams up. So congratulations to the Colts. So we lost to the Colts, we lost to the Patriots, and we lost to the Bills. And everybody knows what's up with the Bills. We shot ourselves in the foot in that game too. So my point is we had a chance in the Bills game. We had a chance in the Patriots game. Shot ourselves in the foot big time. If you shoot for a minute there, I thought we were going to win that Bills game. Unreal. I never thought that I would have been thinking that. So we go into this Jets game, and that's something we can't let that happen. We cannot shoot ourselves in the foot on these big clutch plays. Tua can't throw an interception. We can't have any penalties. The penalties have got to be cleaned up. There is no way we should have 2 ineligible receivers downfield in one game. We had 2 of those penalties on 2 separate linemen. Unreal. We cannot have that stuff in this game. The penalties need to be non-existent or next to none. It's just that simple. And if we are getting penalties, I'd rather see a false start on the offense as opposed to anything else. I don't want 10 or 15-yard penalties. I'm okay with a 5-yard penalty here and there. That's going to happen. That's a football thing. False starts do happen. I'm okay with those happening occasionally. But ineligible linemen downfield, personal fouls, that cannot happen. Yes, absolutely. Our offensive line is doing okay with our rushing and needs to be better with the passing. And that's something that a lot of people aren't really recognizing. Now, as far as the run game goes, our offensive line has been playing pretty well. They actually have. They've been, and actually, Aaron Brewer, our center, is number one ranked lineman in the NFL for run blocking grades so far this year. He's doing a fantastic job, and so is the offensive line as a whole with the run blocking. Now, can they translate and transition that into the pass game? Because so far, our pass block win rate is horrible. They cannot block. They cannot block. Pass block. They can't. They're having a horrible time with it, and that needs to be better. So once again, we're looking at a Jekyll and Hyde situation with our offensive line, and I would just love if we could just clean that up. And like I've been saying since the end of last season, we don't need to have the best offensive line in the NFL. We don't need a top 5 NFL offensive line. All we need is a serviceable one. That's it. Serviceable offensive line. That's what we need. All around. So the offensive line's got to step it up. I know that they're riddled with some injuries. I know James Daniels is out. I know we don't have Liam Eichenberg. Yes, I said we don't have Liam Eichenberg as a bad thing. And the reason I'm saying that is if you look at the line that we have right now, Liam Eichenberg would be serviceable to use in some of these positions that we are hurting at. And he would do better than what we have. So I think it is going to get better for our offensive line as we proceed through the season. The question is how much time is it going to take, right? And nobody knows the answer to that. Ollie Gordon is a beast. He absolutely is. And how long have we been screaming for Ollie Gordon to get into the game, right? It was so great to see him in that Bills game. And I hope, beyond hope, that we put him back in the game a lot during this next game coming up against these Jets. Because we're looking at, in 3 games, the Jets have allowed 400 yards rushing. 400 yards rushing the Jets have allowed in 3 games. We need to take advantage of that. Their run defense isn't as strong as some people would think. Okay? It's not horrible, but they're averaging 110, 115 yards per game rushing, allowing 115-ish, 120. So if they're allowing that kind of yards on the ground, we need to take advantage of that. Let's see here. When you look at the offense, the Miami Dolphins, it's not as bad as we thought it would be. If you look at the rankings for offense in yards per game, the Miami Dolphins average 281.7, so it's nothing great, right? In comparison, the number 1 team in the NFL is the Buffalo Bills, and they allow 420. So it's not great, but there are 9 other teams worse off than the Miami Dolphins this year so far. Miami, and Mike McDaniel absolutely cannot give up on the run game. He can't. He needs to kind of do even a little more than what we did last week. We need to take advantage of the Jets, and they have holes on defense. As a team, their defense hasn't been very strong. Now, and keep in mind, I'm not saying this compared to our defense, because our defense has been suspect, okay? But their run defense is where we need to hurt them. And there's another way that was mentioned by a comment earlier that I'm going to get into when we get to the keys to the game. There's another way that we can take advantage too. The Dolphins offense and the Jets offense. The Jets are averaging 271 yards per game. Nick, what's up, man? Good to see you in here, man. As a Jets fan, you all should torch us. Our secondary is awful. If Hill and Waddle play like they can, you will easily win. Now, Nick, man, first of all, thanks for coming in, dude. I appreciate it. And I subscribe to a lot of Jets, Bills, Patriots groups. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. But thanks for being here either way. And if you have to go, throw a like down for us. We're not haters here. I appreciate you coming in and giving your thoughts. It's just not that simple though, brother. I mean, I really think this is going to be a fantastic game against the Jets. Now, yes, I'll go ahead and expose it now, I guess. The ways that we need to do things to win this game. Number one, we have got to run the ball. Number two, as soon as we have a little bit of success running the ball and those corners and those safeties creep up, as soon as that happens, the Dolphins need to take shots downfield. I'm not talking about middle of the field stuff. I'm not talking about mid-range. I'm talking about long, deep shots down the field. Streak routes. That's what needs to happen. The money ball needs to go up in the air. And Tua's got to throw it confidently. He cannot be scared, pussyfooting around in the backfield. These are those two things, if those happen, the Dolphins will win. But making those things happen, that's a whole nother story. I like getting different opinions of teams' fans because it offers fun insight for me, and I won't normally get good stuff. Thank you. That's exactly how I feel too. I love listening to other teams' content creators just because you get a lot of information that you don't normally get, and it's good. It's good to hear. So, thanks for being here, brother. Yeah, and so if we can do those things, sure, we will definitely have a fantastic chance to win this game. But making it happen, that's the trick. Now, the Jets have some issues, just like the Dolphins do. We have neither one of the seasons for these two teams has gone well so far, and we would be absolutely out of our minds if we would think that we're good teams. We're not. Neither one of us are good teams. Right now, we're bottom of the barrel in the NFL, and certainly bottom of the AFC East. These two teams are 0-3. Somebody is going to win this game, and somebody's going to go to 0-4. Nobody wants to go 0-4. Nobody. So I'm hoping for a good game. The Dolphins are going to be wearing their cool rivalry uniforms, their black uniforms, and it's going to be an interesting game. I think that because both teams are struggling and fighting for their first win of the season, I think it's going to be pretty entertaining. I know a lot of people are crapping all over this, saying this isn't going to be fun to watch. You might as well just go do something else. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be streaming during this game. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I think we're going to see a lot of things. I think Tyrod Taylor is not trash. A lot of people don't like him. They think that, Justin Fields is better, whatever. I am actually of the variety that thinks that I think Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than Justin Fields right now. The Jets did. They played pretty good on the road on Sunday. That game was crazy. I don't know how many of you actually watched that Jets game last week. I thought the Jets were going to win. I can't believe they didn't, especially after the blocked field goal that they returned. That was a crazy game. Yeah, and you're right there, Nick. He says Baker killed the Jets with quick passes, and so did Rodgers, and that's what will be effective. It will be, but the problem with that is that everybody knows that the Dolphins do a lot of that. So I would expect the Jets to really crack down on those quick passes and short passes, especially into the flats. I really, really, really think that the Jets are going to really focus on that, which is why I think running the ball and getting that one or two receivers deep down the field for a deep pass, I think that's the way the Dolphins are going to be able to sneak this game out if they do. Nick says the Jets didn't play well until the fourth, but man, obviously the fourth is pretty much all I watched in that game because that was when I got to it, but I almost was kind of rooting for the Jets there just because I saw their head coach out there on the sideline doing this little dance and stuff when they did the blocked field. I thought that was so cool. I know a lot of people were making fun of him, but that was funny. Come on. That was good to see. A little bit of emotion. I mean, I couldn't imagine Robert Saleh doing that. It was good to see. It's gonna be a good game. We have to run the ball. That's the key to everything. Run the ball. you take Achane, you do your things with Achane, but you need to give the ball to Ollie Gordon. The way that man runs the ball, it's necessary for this team. And the players love it when he's in the game. That's what I liked to see. The reaction the other players had when he was doing what he was doing. It's good to see. We need to see more of it. The last game I missed was opening day 1994. Yeah, okay. All right, Elwood, you're hardcore. We got a lot to go through. We've got a lot of season left to go through for this team, and I mean, it's coming up to week 4, but we're at that point almost where we can give evaluations on this stuff. I'm so excited for after this game. I really hope we win, but even if we don't, the evaluations are going to come out, and not much is going to change, barring an amazing display of offensive firepower and defensive prowess by the Dolphins. Not much is going to change with my evaluations after this game, unless that happens. And then it adds a whole version of, well, maybe they're turning a corner and it's just a slow development. We'll see. Mike McDaniel has got. Oh, hang on a sec here. Where do you think the Fins are going beyond this year? 2 of the QB next year, rebuild. Hill's still around. Lots of questions. The easy one is Hill. I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to be with us next year. I would say Tyreek Hill is probably going to get traded into the season or beginning of preseason next year. I think that makes the importance of him having a good season this year even more so, because if he can have some success this year and have a good season and keep his nose out of trouble, that's going to lend to being able to trade him for some type of reimbursement, something, so a good draft pick or a player or something. I mean, so we need him to have a good season. I would definitely say that Hill is not going to be around next year. Depending on how the season goes, if this season turns into an absolute failure, so I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 wins, if it turns into a season like that, which it very well could be that, if it turns into that, I would say we're looking at a pretty close to a complete rebuild. We're looking at McDaniel and Chris Greer not being around. Chris Greer has needed to be fired, the GM, for years. He needs to go. And everybody, I don't know how much you follow Dolphins, Nick, but almost everybody feels that way about Chris Greer. Almost. We all are ready for him to go. McDaniel, everybody's just about on the same page with him too. The hard thing about McDaniel is you like him. He's a likable person. And he does have his moments where, he does good things. He did help save Tua's career. He did do some good things on this team, 2 playoff berths out of 3 years. It's not horrible, but the problem with McDaniel is the issues that he has with play calling, the issues with managing time management in the game, timeout management, the ins and outs of actual head coaching. He seems to be lacking. So it's hard with Mike McDaniel. We don't want to give up on him, but we kind of feel like we almost need to. And you're right. McDaniel will definitely end up going back somewhere as soon as probably San Fran. He'll take an OC job, and he'll probably do very well as an OC. I think Mike McDaniel would be a fantastic offensive coordinator if that was all he had to worry about. That's the trick. As far as Tua goes, you can't really get off of Tua until the end of 2026, just because he's got such a big contract that it would just be financial suicide to cut him or get rid of him, unless you could find a team that's willing to take over that cost. And that's going to be hard. So I don't really see Tua going anywhere for the next year or two. But at the same time, I don't see Tua getting much time beyond that. I think that he's nearing the peak of his abilities. The only things that he can improve on is clutch ability, things like that, things that aren't really in regards to actual, talent. Things that he can improve, strength, speed, things like that. I think it's more along the lines of game progression, play processing, and clutch ability. So that's where I'm at with Tua. I do see a rebuild in the future if this season ends up being a 4, 5, or 6 win season for sure. They need to turn it around. And the question is, can they, right? New England could end up being a trash rebuild. May could be a bust. Bills will eventually take a step back. I do think that I agree. I think the Bills could take a step back, and I think it's going to happen very soon. Maybe not this year, but with the way Bills fans are talking, oh, we're going to be undefeated this year. We're not going to lose. Get out of here. And it's not going to happen. The Bills are not going to go undefeated. New England could end up being a trash rebuild, but I do like a lot of the things that New England has done as far as their rebuild goes. I'm not sure about May yet, and I'm withholding my judgment on him for now. He's young, and he's doing a lot of good things, but he's doing some dumb things too. So I guess we'll see how that goes. 2026 could be an interesting year. I agree. And it'll be interesting to see where everybody's at. You're right. Absolutely. I agree, man. CJ Gardner-Johnson is released from the Texans. What? Really? No way. Interesting. That's another thing. We are hurting at certain positions on this team, right? We're hurting a lot. Now, there's a lot of players available for those positions too right now. They're just sitting on their butts. They're not even on a team. So I don't know what the Dolphins are doing at this point. They really need to go make a couple moves. Not expensive things, just a lot of these players will take small contracts just to be able to play, and they need to do something. I'm shocked that we haven't done anything like that. Tyreek will be traded week 8. Etienne moved into the slot weapon. Ollie runs like Earl Campbell the rest of the team. Rest of the year, then the alarm went off. I don't know. I'm not sure Tyreek's going to be traded week 8, but I mean, if he does, we have players available that could fill that slot for sure. And it wouldn't hurt as much as some people think it would. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I would love to see H.N. in the slot more. That's a position I feel like he could excel at. And that would give us chances to have H.N. and Ollie Gordon on the field at the same time. And I'm all about that. I think that would be great. This is gonna be a good game. I'm not sure what everybody else thinks about this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up, and if anybody wants to jump in here and tell me what they think about this game coming up, you are more than welcome to hop in. I'm gonna put this comment down, and you guys just click the link if you want to jump in, and you guys can tell me what you think. Jets Dolphins, 2 0-3 teams battling for their first win in Miami Gardens. The Dolphins wearing their I almost said City Connect jerseys. That's baseball. Wearing their team rivalry jerseys. Obviously, the Jets won't be wearing their rivalry jerseys in this game. Number one, they're both black, so that would be an absolute nightmare on the field. Could you imagine if both teams wore black jerseys at the same time? Good grief. The refs would even be having a hard time. So yeah, the Dolphins will be in their jerseys. The Jets are going to hold on to theirs until they're at a home game. That's how that's working. I know some people have been saying that both teams are going to be wearing their rivalry jerseys. That's not happening. Plus, low key, I think the Jets rivalry jerseys are sick. I like their jerseys a lot, and I like the Dolphins ones. I don't really like the Bills ones, and I think the Patriots ones are trash. The Patriots ones are definitely one of the worst ones, and I think the Arizona Cardinals rivalry jersey is absolute garbage as well. Let's see. All right, so let me see if I can pull up. By the way, an interesting note here: Tyrell Dotson is second in the NFL in tackles at 33. The man's got 33 tackles in 3 games. That's a pretty good deal for him. And there was another one. Jordan Brooks is at 26. Jordan Brooks is 16th in the NFL. So our middle linebackers are putting it down. I know they've missed a couple plays here and there, but for the most part, our linebackers have been holding it down. They've been doing a good job. At the same time, our defensive line needs to step up a little bit. A little bit. Part of that would be stop dropping Jalen Phillips into coverage. That would be a huge add to that. Elwood, you there, man? Oh, I guess I should put my headphones on, huh? You there? Oh, Elwood.
Can you hear me now?
I got you.
Right on, brother.
So what do you think, man? What are you thinking of this game?
Well, man, I think we should win the game, obviously. We've got enough power, firepower to do it. But on the other hand, you know how it is.
Unfortunately, I do. Oh, man, look at this. Let's see here. Bradley Chubb is 8th in the NFL in sacks so far with his 3 sacks.
Why do we keep dropping Jalen Phillips and all of our defensive ends into coverage? I
don't
just
know.
cannot understand these things.
I don't know. And that's something that, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it. I've been talking about it a lot. I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. Jalen Phillips is not good in coverage in the first place, and they keep doing it. I guarantee you, if they drop Jalen Phillips into coverage against the Jets, we are going to get burned a lot. The other thing, Willie Gay needs to play. They got to put him in.
Definitely.
He might not, the thing about Willie Gay is he is a game changer. He's one of those guys. He goes into the game.
I see you said that Dotson is, really up there in tackles, but it's also up there in receptions, against.
Right.
Everybody's just burning him.
Well, and this is the thing. Willie Gay is much better in pass coverage than Tyrel Dotson. Way better. Like they need to put him in passing situations, and it's like either I don't know why, but they leave Tyrel Dotson in, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It needs to stop.
Do you think? I mean, I had an idea the other day. Do you think that we're playing checkers and they're playing chess? You know what I mean? Because every year, all at the end of the year, we lose everybody. Nobody's left, and by the time the end of the year comes, we are getting people off the street. Now, are they just holding these guys back at the beginning of the year? Say, okay, let's lose some at the beginning instead of getting killed and where you don't have anybody left at the end of the year. I don't know. It's just I guess I'm justifying the loss. I guess.
You think they're just kind of sitting on him and holding him for the end of the year?
You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure things out.
They might be. I mean, that's not. I mean,
we know this stretch. The Colts are a whole lot better than everybody thought they were, and the Patriots were no slouch. They give Pittsburgh all they wanted last week with fumbling 5 times. And throwing the. So the Patriots aren't as bad. Saying the Buffalo, everybody knows what Buffalo is. So we played 3 great teams back to back to back to back. Not great teams, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now we're reaching a little stretch in our schedule where we're playing Jets, Panthers, Falcons. Even though Cleveland looks really freaking good, you know what I mean, with defense. I mean, they beat Green Bay the other day. I don't everybody's Green. They anointed Green Bay like Denny Green said. They were who they thought we were. Crown them if you want to. The Green Bay. I mean, I got Junkins in the draft at like the 7th round or something like this. I'm keeping him. This guy's going to show up. You know what I mean? When it gets all this, other trouble out. And I'll be damned if he didn't show up and just take over number 1 immediately. 19 rushes, 94 yards. I mean, this guy just put it on Green Bay, and the Green Bay ain't no answer for him.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm saying. You don't know what's going on. It's early. It's only the 3rd game of the season. I mean, I know that only the 2019 Houston Texans made the playoffs out of 0-3 record. They're the only team, but can't be in a second,
Yeah, it's going to be difficult being 0-3, and the only thing that can make that worse is being 0-4. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens, but oh man. Okay, so Tyrod Taylor actually had pretty good rushing yards in the game against the Bucks. I was just looking at this. I wanted to mention it. He had 8 carries for 48 yards.
Yeah.
That's 6 yards per carry. Hey,
Yeah.
Liz,
That'll tell you.
how you doing? Yeah. So 48 yards, and he had 26 to 36, 197 yards, and 2 touchdowns and an interception. That was a 92 rating. That's
Well,
not
you
a
know,
bad game.
that's a great game. The week before
Yeah.
that, Justin Fields was 3 for 11 for 27 yards, and and a concussion. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Tyrod Taylor is a much better quarterback, at least much more
Yeah, I'm
polished.
more scared of Tyrod than I am of Justin Fields for sure.
Yeah, and I wanted to clarify when I said that Justin Fields is the dual threat quarterback. I wasn't comparing him to Tyrod Taylor. I'm just saying that Justin Fields is more dangerous on his feet running the ball than Tyrod Taylor is. But Tyrod Taylor is no slouch. He has the ability to run. So we're going to have to
I
be
wish he was on the
responsible.
Dolphins. I tell you the truth.
What's
I
that?
wish he was our backup quarterback instead of that.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor is a good backup. I mean, he could start for a few teams in the NFL for sure. Um, Tyrod Taylor is no slouch, and he's a better thrower than Fields is, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
I mean, everywhere he played him, he seems like he plays till the next guy comes along and they take his job from him. He's just
yep,
like good enough to be good, but not great.
yep. Dolphins, and this is the thing about Tyrod Taylor, from what I've noticed. Tyrod Taylor, I mean, he gets happy feet. So for the defense, the most important thing they can do is stay home. Lane responsibility, gap responsibility. The Dolphins need to do these things. We can't just tee off. Um, Dolphins defense needs to be responsible for their gaps. They cannot give up and try to just rush the quarterback every play. Um, and some of the players have mentioned that that's part of the problem they were having, is that players are trying to do too much. Well, in this game, if the Dolphins try to do too much and start ignoring their gap responsibilities, Tyrod Taylor is going to burn us.
Yes.
So that's, I think, is one of
Garrett
the
Wilson is
focuses.
underrated.
Oh yeah, yep.
Garrett
They
Wilson, he burnt Ramsey last year twice. I mean, he gave him his lunch. He took it from him. He's like, hey,
yeah. Garrett Wilson this year has 21 catches for 229 yards. So 21 catches,
right.
that's sixth in the NFL. They're gonna go to Garrett Wilson a lot.
Yeah, and I mean that's for a reason, because he's that good. He's really good.
Yeah. Yep. 10 catches for
I mean, no matter who
84 in
you
that
put on
last
to
game.
him, he seems to get free.
Yeah. It's unreal. And so this, like, the point of this is, from what I'm saying, is the passing game is not a joke for the Jets. Okay. They have a lot of
Right.
pieces in there, and they're going to be able to do some things. So the big thing for the
Well, then
Dolphins,
I'm saying, if you watch that too much of that, then you got a Brees Hall, Braylon Allen thing coming up the middle, and if you wait too long for that, then now they're pounding it up your face.
and that's where gap responsibility is going to be so huge. If the Dolphins
Absolutely, do
can
your job.
stay,
Do your job.
yep, if they can stay, everything's going to be pretty good. As a team last week, the Jets went 23 carries for 99 yards. So pretty, middle of the road type of day, 4.3 yard average, you know. Um,
Right.
and that was split between Braylon Allen, Brees Hall, and Tyrod Taylor. So it wasn't one person getting 99 yards. It was 3 of them, 35, 30 yards each. The leading rusher obviously was Tyrod Taylor with 48. It's honestly, I'm not as concerned about the run game as I am the passing game from the Jets. And that's a weird thing to say, being a
True.
Dolphins fan, knowing the Jets. That's like the exact opposite of what we've normally had to do when the Jets have had Zach Wilson, and all these quarterbacks. It's been the opposite. And now we're looking at the Jets and saying the pass game is where we need to really focus. And I think it
Of course,
starts.
because we're definitely weak in the secondary. We got to focus on that.
Yeah, it starts on that defensive line and gap assignments, and then it's going to flow into, can the cornerbacks mind their bubbles, and safeties too. When I say bubbles, I mean you figure we're going to run a lot of zone coverage, and if we're
I
running
can see
zone
us. Well,
coverage,
why don't we pick up C.J. Gardner Johnson? He
dude, I
just
don't
got
know.
signed. I
Hopefully, I
mean, he
mean,
would be perfect.
did that happen today?
Yeah,
I was going to
that
say
did
because
happen earlier today, about 4 o'clock.
okay, I must have missed it. Yeah, because I haven't heard it, and I was like, man, that had to have happened today. Because yeah, that's a new one for me,
Yeah, I
and
was super
that's
surprised.
I'd be down for that. I'd love to
Shoot,
have him.
yeah, Minka and C.J. Gardner gone. Yeah,
Yep, that
and
would be solid.
Razul Douglas and Jack Jones have been playing very well.
Definitely, definitely. Like that's a pretty good option for us. Um, when you look at the Jets as a whole, I mean, the
Their pass rush is pretty good. You got
yep,
the Williams boys, and you got your Jamie Sherwood in the middle. You got your Jermaine Johnson, your Brian Burns, kind of like guys, whatever. They've got a little bit of oomph to get to you. You know what I'm saying?
the weak spot I see in the Jets as far as their defense goes mainly is they have a weakness in the run game. Um, between the tackles and off tackle, they have a weakness there. They have a lot of rushing yards, and their strength, I think, is middle of the field and short passing game. I think that's where the Jets. I think that's where the Jets are going to in this game. From what I'm thinking is going to happen, I think the Jets are going to really push to cover the flats and the mid to short passing game.
And as you said, and I said earlier, that's why we counter with more Ollie,
Yep.
more Ollie, more Ollie, more that makes more deep passes.
Ollie, Tyreek. Ollie, Waddle. That's what
Hey,
I'm thinking.
this might be a week for the Malik, is what I'm trying to say.
That's not a bad idea. Get
I
him in a
mean, you're going to
game.
concentrate on Waddle, and you're going to concentrate on Tyreek. Then you got this other guy that he's a hip and twitch and a quick, and
Yeah.
he's gone.
Malik in the slot and have him streak out of the slot, right down the middle of the field, and then bring the other two on crossers. I think that would. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do stuff like that.
Well, I know you've seen him on end around. He takes one guy miss, he's gone.
Yeah, Malik that guy is fast. He's a different kind of fast. Like I talk about Waddle and Hill being so speedy, but if you look at Malik, the way he's fast in pads.
Short
Like,
area quickness.
man, he's so good.
I mean, you see
So
it on
good.
that punt return. What about that punt return he had the other day? He stopped, went forward, went backwards, spun this way, got hit, backward up, spun again, took off to the left. Yeah, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, he's something else. I'd love to see him do something with it.
But then you allow another, kick return for a touchdown right after that. That took the air right out of our sails, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yep.
Freak.
It hurts. It hurts when you do something great like that, and then the next play it just gets erased.
They said that was the first time that had happened since like 1994. That a punt return had been returned by a kickoff. Like 30 some years. Of course, it happened to us.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it had to. Of course, yeah, it had to be us that it happened to. All right, let me see. I'm curious.
Hey, what do you think about sending Jonah to the right guard and putting Cole Strange there in left guard? That would be mine. Get that done.
So here's my thought on that, and I Mike McDaniel talked about this. I think it was yesterday in a press conference, and I was really frustrated with what Mike said. He said they asked him, what's to stop you from, since Jonah's obviously struggling at left guard, what's to stop you from putting him back at right guard? And Mike McDaniel's response was something along the lines of, and I'm not going to add all the hms and ums and all of that, but
I got you.
if he said that the issues that Jonah is having at left guard isn't related to the fact that he made the switch from right to left guard. So they're going to keep him at left guard. And that's the
That's completely
stupidest thing. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Of course,
He's
that's
never
what his
played
dad
left
made.
guard in his whole life, ever. You know what I mean? Ever played left guard.
He
And his
played
first
one
year in the
game at left guard.
NFL, go play left guard.
Yep. He
Like
played
wiping
one
your
game
butt with
in
the other
college.
hand. You can do it, but it's best.
Yeah, it's one game in college he played left guard, and that was it. And so it's really hard once you spend an entire career learning right guard. That's harder than changing
Push up on the
positions.
foot. You run your hand this way. You run your hand.
Yeah.
You drop. You push forward. You swim. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's completely opposite. You know what I mean? It's completely opposite.
Yep. I made the
Shooting
switch.
free throws left-handed. It's like shooting free throws left-handed. It's not going to happen.
Right. I mean, I've played a lot of ball, not in the NFL, obviously, but high school, pee wee football, college. I've played a lot of football, and I've made a bunch of switches. I've gone from a tackle to a center, from a center to a guard, from a guard to a tight end, and all those changing in positions, not that bad. Takes a little bit of learning of the playbook, right? You have to learn a couple of extra things, but not that bad. But the time when I had to switch from left tackle to right tackle, oh my goodness, that was horrible. It was the hardest thing ever. I never
Right.
and that was in high school and moving into college when I made that first switch, and I never want to do that. I never wanted to do that ever again. I told myself I don't ever want to make this switch left to right. It's harder in so many ways than changing a complete position. So just something to think about there, a little bit of insight for those of you that didn't know that. Like, that's really difficult to do. And I think that's why I've been so patient and understanding with Jonah Savaianaya about this, is that he's doing one of the hardest things in football.
Now, if he can conquer it now, he's going to be great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
If he can
man,
conquer that, that's going to be great.
He'll be unstoppable if he can do this. But this is one of those things that's going to take a long time. It's going to take a while for him to get.
We're going back to Richmond Webb and Keith Sims on the left side for 10 years.
Yeah,
that's a dream come true for the offensive line.
Right. Yeah, and Patrick Paul looks great. I'm very happy with Patrick Paul.
He look like Trent Williams, like little brother or something.
Yeah. So
how Trent Williams started off. He was real good. Well, at first he was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then like year 2, he was like awesome as hell. And then then he went to now he's like the greatest.
Definitely. Yep.
That's what Paul reminds me of. He just he laughs at the guy. The guys come in, he just grabs them and starts laughing at them. That's what he goes dematerializing the defensive end, like oh man, everything I try to do, he laughs at me.
Okay, so in this game,
go ahead, my friend.
In this game, the over-under is 39.5 points. They're thinking this is going to be. What's that?
Do you think we're going to score more than that? I thought it'd be more than that.
39.5. I think taking the over on that is probably going to be a safe bet. I think this is going to be a relatively high-scoring game. I think probably 45, 50 points at least between the two teams. They
that way it's like you're talking like a 2017, 2019 game. Now that's there's no defense on either side.
Yeah. They have the Jets negative 1.5 points. So it's a pretty close game here, according to the playoff or to the.
Well, why not? But 0-3, it's they're calling it down the middle, Vegas don't know what to do. They're just like, hey, I don't know what either team is. We have no clue what either team is. Just 1.5. Do this.
This is gonna be a good game. The Dolphins have to win this if they want to try to save anything to do with this season. They're gonna have to. Going 0-4 is unacceptable, and I'm sure the Jets are thinking the exact same thing. 0-4.
We go on 4. That might be an axe.
Someone's going to get canned.
Depending on how the game goes. If we get blown out by the Jets, there might be an axe coming.
Yep. And as unfortunate as it is, I'll say this. If it's not close and the Dolphins go 0-4, not that I agree with it, but I think they'll can McDaniel.
Yeah, might
And
become
the only reason I don't agree with it is because I feel like there's somebody more deserving of getting canned before McDaniel, and that's Chris Greer. But that's just me personally. Cap, what up, brother?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Ah, man, the day is up. It's nighttime, and it's pretty much I don't know, man. It's a scenario right now where we're talking about the New York Jets and how it's a must-win game against the New York Jets
In week 4.
in week 4.
What's up, Cat? Good evening, buddy.
Elwood, what's good?
You got me on that Seattle defense, didn't you?
I got you. And hey, Big C's looking for you, bro. You got to pay your dues.
Uh-oh.
Hey, so it's in the mail, brother. It's in the mail.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. We need to do some business, and we need to do it ASAP.
I got you. What do you want?
We'll talk later. I got the ops. The ops are watching us right now. I know it. They're shadow watching, bro. They're shadow watching.
I heard that. You tell you. Yeah, the CIA has always got Big Brother looking out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that shit's in the mail. I tried, for the longest time. I needed his last name so I could mail it. All I had was Christopher and his address. I'm like, I just sent it to Christopher. I need another name,
Yeah, I owe him 10. I got my last 10. I gotta pay him.
Sorry, Triple F. We didn't mean to bombard that stuff, but
good.
I played him this week in fantasy, and his Seattle defense with the I lost by 11, and the defense just destroyed me.
Bro, I lost to the Lions defense in Miss Finn's league.
I heard that, brother.
Oh man, I was up. It was like 1 point difference, man. I was like, man, it was like last week when we lost to the Bills, bro. I was like, oh God, kicking the.
Yeah, well, I got Jamar Chase at number 1, and he gave me 7 points. 9 points, he got me a fumble and everything. You know what I mean? What the hell?
I mean, it's been freaky in the league, bro. That's what I'm saying. This Jets game, something freaky is gonna happen, man. I got a feeling something freaky is gonna happen.
That's why I'm saying more Ollie, more deep balls. We get some Ollie going on. That boy's going to run the ball hard up the middle, and them safeties are going to have to come down. And then there goes Reek, they go Waddle, they go Malik. You know what I'm saying? One move, gone.
All right, so questions here. I got questions for you guys.
I got to answer.
You guys got to give me answers. Here we go. You ready?
You ready, bud?
Question number 1. If we lose, and if we lose bad, who gets fired first?
McDaniel.
Cap?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel, let me tell you something, man. As much crap as I give Chris Greer, I just found out his dad passed away, Bobby Greer. And shout out to Bobby Greer and shout out to the Greer family, bro. Bobby Greer was a pioneer, bro. Yeah. And he pretty much helped recruit and scout Tom Brady, dude. So
yeah, a lot of people don't know about his dad.
Yeah, he's been around.
He got a job until the Brian Flores lawsuit stuff comes in. And one way, if he's not a general manager, he's the senior advisor to the president or some kind of name he's got. He's not going nowhere. He knows where the bodies are buried.
That's what I'm thinking, because at this point, man, it's the guy's been through a lot of crap. And you can see it; it's starting to wear off on him. So, I mean, at this point, we don't want anybody fired, but per se, like if they can do a Tannenbaum type of deal, I would, I don't want to see guys gone. But I mean, as far as if it ends up being McDaniel gone, then you have to put in an interim. You can't move him anywhere else. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the only one they can move away is probably Greer. So probably, as much as Ross is saying that it's not going to be McDaniel.
It's gonna be McDaniel.
Bro, the more I'm thinking about this, they're gonna wait till after the season. I mean, you can't get rid of a guy, after he's going through all this stuff, man. I feel that would be kind of bad by the Dolphins doing that. Yeah.
You remember the Seattle game? I mean, the Seattle Seahawks when Darren Bevel was the offensive coordinator, and they went to the Super Bowl with Marshawn Lynch, And
That's what I'm
Russell
saying.
said,
That's
right,
what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that with McDaniel, I mean, Bevel would be
do it now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they got Slowick in there, but Bevel was looking for a coaching job at one point. He came back to the Dolphins because the Dolphins wanted him back.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying he would call more Ollie up the middle to like a Marshawn Lynch kind of offense than we're doing the running wide, motion, this, that, the other.
I'm surprised he's not play calling now.
That was what I'm trying to say. If McDaniel wants to save his job, he should give the play calling over to Bevel and just be the head coach. He can come up with all of the good plays he wants to, but let Bevel call them. Because he seems like he calls them in the wrong. He calls the plays in the wrong time sometimes. And he doesn't do what he should do. Like me and Frozen was saying, we were like 3 minutes left. We're at the 20-yard line. Run the ball to Ollie. He comes out with this weird old fucking play or whatever and throws the ball interception. What the hell?
Let me ask you this though. Beyond that point, the play calling before that, were you content with the play calling?
Yes.
I did like the play calling. I still would have liked more runs though.
Up to that possession, I was very happy.
Left and right,
I think we're going to stick to that philosophy because we were running the ball great. We were distributing the ball, as he does, bits and pieces, not vertically, but horizontally. You know what I mean? He does it. Yeah. He'll get the numbers. We were getting the first downs. I just think that they gotta implement Ollie and A-Chain more. You cannot do this to A-Chain, man. You cannot. I mean, you think that production is gonna be like that every
You're
week?
Going to kill him. You're going to run him to death and get him broke up. You know what I mean? You got to give him some rest.
Yeah, I agree. Abel, Josh,
I mean, put that Ollie boy in there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get Ollie in there to run the ball. You can even put, like I said, you can put A-Chan in the slot. You know what I mean? And have him running one side to the other or wherever he wants to. And, he's like, as soon as he gets here, I know I've got him because he can beat that linebacker to the out. You know what I mean? There's no way that linebacker could cover him 5 yards down the field on that out. There's no way. So, I mean, that's almost like a dead giveaway, right? And you got the threat of Ollie in the middle, so the linebackers have to stay in the middle. You know what I'm trying to say? There's things that can be done with a 2 running back system than just overwhelming it, which only A-Chain, which can't run between the tackles, on thirds and sevens and stuff, and it's not going to happen. He's too small.
Bro, look at that. Abel's talking about the game from yesterday, bro, and they had a 1-2 punch that I thought was not going to be the same anymore. And BS, bro. That freaking Montgomery and Gibbs 1-2 punch is something we need to start copying, bro. We need to start copying it. And as for me right now, man, it's just keep it simple, man. I mean, you see it was working. Don't get cute.
Yes, keep it simple, stupid. That's right, brother. I preach to the choir.
At this point, man, you saw it was working. He was getting the production. They got cute at the end on first down, which I just don't understand why you would do that on first down. But whatever. It is what it is.
But don't that drive y'all freaking crazy, though? Run the ball 6 yards, run the ball 5 yards, run the ball 9 yards, run the ball 7 yards. Not run the ball anymore for 4 plays.
And the one time you decide not to do it is that time.
Yep. And we had I was doing a live stream during that game, and at that point when they came out, everybody in the chat, the people that were on stream with me, we were all saying the same thing. You need to run the ball here. You need to get him to use those timeouts. We need to get him to run the ball. Have to. Give it to Ollie.
I was there, bro.
Man. Oh, you were there during that? That's right.
We were all there. We were there.
Oh, my goodness. It sucked so bad.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I
was going back and forth, bro. I was like, oh, Lord, everybody's freaking out.
Mike McDaniel, when his scheme hits adversity, instead of innovating and iterating, he doubles down, and that is not working. It adds another layer to an already complicated scheme. Absolutely. And that's what it is. It's just like he just doesn't want to change it. Sometimes you have to.
You remember what Marty Schottenheimer said one time? He said, what are we going to do here? He said, we're going to give the ball to Marcus. We know what we're going to do. They know what we're going to do. Hell, everybody in this stadium knows what we're going to do. Marcus is getting the ball.
Let me ask you this, man. If you think, right, like I'm thinking, that Ross has found this new enlightenment in patience, in the word patience, and he decides not to do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think every loss that we get, I mean, God forbid if we end up going straight like a streak of losing, but if that happens, do you think it's just going to be like kumbaya every week that we lose?
Blow it up.
I don't have an answer right now for that. I don't think I
No,
do.
my thing is, I think that they're gonna mind bleep everybody into thinking, hey, no, it's we're writing this out, and it's patience is what we're doing, and I just think we just got mind bleeped. I think we got men in black by everybody with the freaking sunglasses, and it's just like this is what's going on, and it is what it is. It's like makes no sense.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. Like, I mean, when do we start asking ourselves, when is it okay to bench Tua if we're not doing anything with him?
that's a good point, and I think the main thing is it's a money standpoint right now, whether it's right or wrong. And everybody who knows me knows that I'm not a Tua lover, and I'm definitely not a Tua hater either. But he's been playing bad. Now, I will say his decisions and his gameplay ability, and in regards to the Bills game, he extended some plays. He got away from pressure. He did some good things in that game. But when it came to the clutch moment, when we absolutely needed something, the coach called a passing play. Now, regardless of the fact that he shouldn't have, they shouldn't have called a pass play. They shouldn't have, but they called it. In that moment, that's the moment where a great quarterback puts in work, and Tua didn't do it again. Now, at what point do we sit him down, like just maybe even for a game or so? Sit him down and be like, "This is what happens," smack on the nose, bad dog.
The PR hit would be a nightmare.
Oh my goodness, it would be incredibly crazy. Everybody would lose their mind.
Yeah, but did y'all see the play on downset hike? Brunskill Olayed the guy just got right by him. He had throw it then, or take a sack, or throw it away. He should have threw the ball away, but he tried to force it in there. Something he didn't see, and because like I said, the Brunskill just Olayed his defender. It was like downset hike, and he had immediate pressure on him.
So
and
guys,
he just tried to hit the guy real quick, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't see the guy, but it's still his fault.
Is he playing next week? Is he taking over?
I think Brunskill's going to start next week. He definitely did better than Keon Smith for sure. And I think it'd be nuts because they took Keon Smith out because he was playing bad. So I'm assuming it's Brunskill's job to lose.
So it's no injury. Nobody else is hurt on the O-line.
Nope. No injury. And Brunskill played night and day better than Keon Smith did.
Yeah,
now, absolutely.
Now, Josh has a question here. This is a good question. I'm all for benching Tua, even just from an accountability standpoint, but who are we putting in? Benching Tua now certainly means punting on the season, and I agree with that. If we bench Tua, we're pretty much saying this is not happening this season. Now, it becomes all about development at that point. And I feel like, me personally, I'll let you guys answer this too. Me personally, I'm skipping Zach Wilson, even though he's making $3.5 million, and I'm putting Quinn Ewers in the game. Me personally, if it's all about development, it makes no sense to put Zach Wilson in. I think Quinn Ewers performed better in preseason, performed better in practice, and I think that he deserves at least a shot for one game. If they're going to put somebody else in, it's
the football politics. You know how it is. They signed him to what was it, a 1 year, $3 million or something like that, and they got to justify the money. You know how it is.
Yeah, and I don't disagree, Cliff. Nobody does, and we're not saying bench Tua. We're just saying what happens if he does get.
We have to ask that question sooner or later. If we keep losing, I mean, what are we going to do? We're just going to keep losing with him?
Yeah. Jorge thinks that it'll be this game if he keeps struggling.
No, that's what I'm trying to get to you guys to understand. If we keep losing with him, that means that we're giving a free pass for failure.
Right. And accountability. That's what we're talking about here, right? I mean, you got to sit him down if he loses another game for us. not making a
But
play.
you can't get rid of him. What can you do?
No, he could be the backup. What's the problem? I mean, that's what I don't understand, bro. Like, if worse comes to shove, you put him as a backup. What's up, Aqua? And if worse comes to shove, you just, you put him back. What's the big deal? It's been done before. We are already, we're in a situation where we're already a laughing stock. You think we're going to get made fun of if we keep playing the seesaw game now with quarterbacks? No, they know what we're going through. If anything, they're going to say, hey, go get more QBs.
Yeah. Aquaville, what's up, man?
Zach Wilson's more like a guy is better to come in the middle of the game if someone was getting hurt or something. But I agree with you. I believe if we're going to go ahead and start somebody, go ahead and get Ewers in there and let him get his lumps.
I think I agree with everybody. If we have to sit Tua after this game, which I have a question that I wanted to ask everybody. I've been holding off about this upcoming game actually, but if we have to sit Tua after having like a bad game again, I would kind of agree with, Dirk over there. Like, you got to try to give Ewers the ability to develop at that point. Why are you going to put Zach Wilson in there? Wilson is good. And as someone else, I think, where was it? In the comments, said that at that point, you just drop him in. That's you put him in if someone gets hurt.
Yeah,
Ewers needs that availability to get in and get some practice and get some reps in if he's going to be our quarterback of the future, which
look, to your point, and this is my mindset. I mean, if we're gonna have to break the emergency glass on a quarterback on a third string, wouldn't you want it to be an experienced guy, just in case if the rookie doesn't work out?
True,
because that's what I'm saying. If you put Zach right in right away and he doesn't work out, then we got no choice.
I would agree with that, but I would also want to put out the point that if Ewers does come in and he absolutely stinks,
then that's it.
Then you do have Zach Wilson to just bring him right in, and you just say Ewers. Now you get to sit alongside Tua for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
and that's worst case scenario. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's worst case scenario.
Worst case.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, I just want everybody to understand real quick. It's really important you guys understand this. We're not saying bench Tua now. We're not saying that it needs to happen. We're just discussing the hypothetical of what happens if, right? That's the point of this part of the discussion. So nobody think that anybody here is saying bench Tua now.
No, you gotta roll with what you got. You have to roll. You have to roll with them. But if this thing gets bad, I mean bad.
And I also think that Josh has a good point here. He says, I'll say this, Ewers is in no way the future at this position. And I agree with that too. I do not think that Quinn Ewers is the future of this team.
We don't know.
It would be nice to see, right? It'd be nice to see if it comes back.
We got to see it.
John Mateer is the future of this team. Francisco Mendoza is the future of this team.
I keep hearing that name, Mendoza.
Are we just going to be tanking for Arch Manning now? Or is that what we're going to be doing? No Ewers?
No, we don't want Arch Manning. Arch Manning sucks.
I heard he's struggling.
He's not doing very good.
No.
He's making Quinn Ewers look good.
I just don't.
We want the Indiana quarterback, Francisco Mendoza from Miami. He looks like the Heisman Trophy winner right at the moment.
Everybody else is agreeing. We don't want Manning.
I'm just going off the fact that we did the whole tank for 2 a year. Are we doing that again or some stuff? I don't want to do that.
I hope not. We just avoid that.
Man, I want to compete, man. I want to compete. We waited all season, all off season.
Yep.
And you're telling me after 4 games we're just let's talk draft? No.
All right. So hey, here we go. We got to get to this. We can't make the whole conversation about the quarterback. I mean, we had a good one there, but I want to move this into some predictions for this game coming up. Okay. I want to know where each and every one of you guys stand with what this is, what's going to happen in this game. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody, thank you for being here. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you throw a like down. If you're new, subscribe. I don't care if you're a fan of the Jets themselves, like the other person was in this chat earlier. Join us, subscribe. I promise I won't let you down. Now, I'm going to start with Cap down in the corner there. Cap, let me get your score predictions for this game.
Man, this is going to be in the 20s. It has to be in the 20s. So give me 24. Give me 24-17 Dolphins.
24-17.
Yeah, it's gonna be a run fest.
Monday Night Football, prime time, jersey thing that I want to get on. I want to touch at some point. I'm thinking possibly like 30-27. I think it's going to be a bit closer than we want. I would rather it be a blowout, like the Dolphins usually do to the Jets. But let's just go with that.
Okay, Elwood.
It depends on which quarterback's playing to me. If Justin Fields is playing, it's one score. If Tyrod Taylor's playing, it's another score.
It's Tyrod Taylor. It's Tyrod Taylor.
If Tyrod Taylor is playing, you know what I mean? I think it'll be a much closer game. Like Aquaville said. I'm kind of like 31-24, something like that, Dolphins. But if Justin Field plays, I'm thinking like 28-10.
28-10.
I'm going. If Justin Fields plays,
I'm going 35.
If Justin Fields plays, the other one plays, we're going 31-24.
I'm going 35-24 Miami. And that might come back and bite me in the butt, but that's where I'm at. Now, next question. Ollie Gordon, plus or minus 1 touchdown? Plus. Agreed. That's an easy one. What about this one? Tua Tagovailoa, plus 250 yards passing.
I got plus.
Yeah, Sauce is down. He should be able to get 250.
Okay. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 or less than 2 touchdowns.
Over.
That sounds about right, too.
I would agree about 2.
Miami Dolphins defense, plus or minus 1 turnover.
We haven't gotten one yet.
Nope. Not one.
So, yeah, we're due, right?
We're due.
1 turnover. Pick.
That's the Alec Ingle bet that I've been always chasing. I'm staying away from that.
All right. Next question.
Hey, 1 turnover. Jack Jones interception.
Jack Jones interception. I like it.
I was going to go with an Ethan Bonner coming in, but I want my Ethan Bonner, dang it.
Bonner's still hurt, right?
No, he's back. Well,
he's back. Yep.
Limited back.
They activated Bonner?
Yeah. He was playing. He played in the game last week.
What?
Is Waddle playing? Waddle's activated. He's playing, right?
Yep, Waddle's in.
Darren Waller, I said.
Oh, Waller, he's activated, and he'll be playing, yes.
I can see Jones getting one.
What's up, fellas?
What's up? All right, so the last question here, Josh, was do the Dolphins get a turnover in this game?
Yes. Bradley Chubb strip sack. He's got a sack in every single game this year.
Yep, he does.
I like that.
I like that too. I'm going with a strip sack as well. I'm thinking it's going to be chop on this one though. That's my guess. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah, their O-line's banged up, dude.
All right. Next question. Dolphins team as a whole, penalties, plus or minus 7 penalties.
Yeah, plus way more.
7, that's a lot.
This team is the most undisciplined Dolphins team I've seen in 2 decades.
I was watching the Jets game against the Bucks. The first quarter alone, the Jets had like 7 penalties. 7 penalties in the first quarter.
I'm thinking 5.
5 penalties.
10 day break. 5. 5 penalties. They could be disciplined on this game.
No, we cannot go over 5. We cannot go over 5 no, we cannot, bro. We can't, bro.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's one of my keys.
No, you can definitely count for at least 3. Illegal operational formations, right?
That's a gimme, yeah.
Yeah, and then another 1 or 2 defensive penalties, so we're at 5 there. Then maybe 1 or 2 on special teams, we're at 7. Then shot clock violations, which counts. That's a penalty, right? Mike McDaniel can't get the play in on time because God forbid he shortens his fucking play calling,
or another illegal man down the field.
You know what I mean? So 7's easy.
Illegal substitution.
Right. So, I mean, look, and I'm a Dolphins guy, obviously, right? I mean, I don't want it to be more than 7, but I mean, I could see probably close to 8 or 9.
I'm with
Okay.
Abel on that, right? That on there, over 3 legal men down the field.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, not this week, when we
Ugh.
play the Jets, but the week after, Liam Eichenberg is eligible to return. Now, I'm getting to it.
I heard Publix is hiring.
So I know your answer to the question. Do we throw a welcome back parade for Liam Eichenberg?
No.
That's when we make the run.
If by welcome back you mean go grab me a water and shut up. Yes.
That's when we make a 7-game winning streak.
Bro. I would carry Liam Eichenberg on my shoulders if he was the reason.
I gotta admit, I didn't have that question written down. I just threw that out there because
But you know what? Look, all kidding aside, let me tell you something. McDaniel's had a streak of 7-game winning streaks, like 4 or 3 times already. He's done it before.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. And 2 years ago, we also were the best offense in the league, and now look at us. I'm sorry, I'm a Dolphin. I've been a Dolphin. I'm 40 years old. I've been a Dolphins fan my entire life. Right. This is one of the most undisciplined teams I have ever seen Miami put on the field, and that's including the team that only won 1 game with Cleo Lemon. Right. Yeah. This team has to get their shit together.
Yep.
Point blank, simple. And if they do that, if they can become more disciplined as a team, and the coaching staff can be more disciplined in play calling and not panic, this team can do it. We have talent, right? Yeah. We have a very talented roster. They just need to get out of their own way, and they're not doing it.
I agree. So you didn't give your score prediction, Josh, because you weren't on here quite yet. So give us your score prediction for this game.
21-10 Miami.
21-10.
Mm-hmm. 21-13. 21-13. I lied.
So where do you think our 3 touchdowns come from?
1 on special teams, 1 on special teams, 1. No, I'm kidding. I think Achane. I think Achane has 2.
All of them. Then.
Yeah, I think Achane has 2. I think he has a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. I want to give 1 to Waddle because I liked what I saw last game. They finally started giving him the ball a little more, but honestly, I think probably a rushing running back for each running back, right? So 1 for Achane, 1 for Ali, and then a receiving for Achane as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask the question I've been dying
to ask? What did Waddle finish with?
1 touchdown, and let me pull it up real quick. I can get that for you. I can't remember if it was.
Go ahead, Aqua.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
Well, it might take a minute, but has everybody seen the rival jerseys yet?
Yes.
That's the first part. Okay.
Yeah.
Second part. Is anybody else a little bit concerned about players being confused with how close they are in color?
Oh no, both teams aren't wearing it.
Oh, they aren't? Oh
no. The Jets are only going to wear theirs at home.
I was about to say, because all I've been hearing this last week is both wearing them and seeing them both in dark, nearly black uniforms. I was so afraid. The
NFL requires teams to have contrast, so that will never happen.
Yeah.
Good.
I hope they practice those things, man. If they haven't practiced using those uniforms yet, they better start using them.
They look good. I just kept hearing this whole week that there was going to be this problem, and I couldn't find anything that would say that one team was not going to wear like one of the jerseys or not.
Yeah. Oh, Cap, you were asking about Jalen Waddle. What did he finish with in the Bills game?
Yeah.
5 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown.
I mean, he's had more before in yardage, but I mean, he was having a good game, man. For that crap to be taken away, it was just like, kind of irked, man. And
Reek went 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. So they were
Reek also had a 52-yarder go right through his hands. So, you know what? And Reek also ran 3 wrong routes. I watched the all 22. So, Reek needs to go get his shit together as well.
And Reek does that every single game. He always runs bad routes.
Yeah, when Anthony and I were prepping for the recap show, it was so bad.
Yeah. We're so used to always playing teams with dark uniforms.
Abel, all bullshit aside, maybe that's what I'm saying,
man. I hope they don't get
maybe that's what we need.
So there's Tyrod's stats there. That's a good stat, just so we can know that he is a capable quarterback.
What's going on, George?
So this is interesting, and that's what I was saying. He's a more well-rounded quarterback than Justin Fields is in nearly every way. He doesn't quite have the legs that Justin Fields does, but he still has legs of his own, as he showed with his 48 yards rushing last week. So,
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not all that impressed with Justin Fields either. So,
yeah, there's going to have to be serious gap responsibility for Miami taking care of Tyrod Taylor. It's just going to have to be. So,
they cannot lose to a backup quarterback again, bro.
Oh man, I hope not.
I mean, we certainly can. We've showed we could.
I keep hearing that Justin Fields is going to start.
It'll happen, man. God.
I'll check, but the last I checked, he was still concussed.
Who?
Yeah, but he's gone through it all. I believe he keeps saying he's looking good to start on Sunday.
Well, that would be a big break for Miami.
Oh, Fields?
On Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I would rather have Fields over Tyrod.
Too.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens.
He did very good against Buffalo. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Look, this team was not bad against Buffalo. I mean, the offense, rather, in a lot of cases, right? I mean, Tua shit the bed, of course, right? Tyreek couple passes went through his hands. He ran another wrong route. But it's the defense. Our defensive front seven at the beginning of the season, I thought was going to be a top 5 defensive front seven with the linebackers that we added to the addition to that room, with the defensive line additions that we added. And they are non-existent. That's on the players and that's on Weaver. If we can get our front seven,
push, man.
Bro, if we can get our front seven to play up to their potential, this whole season could turn around. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying I even want it to at this point because I want to change, in coaching staff and front office and stuff. So, it all breaks to them. And I understand the argument. It's tough because our cornerbacks are hot garbage. So, it does, that directly affects the front seven. I get it. However, we have to find a way to do it because this is not we can't continue to do this, right? It's not sustainable in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, it's sustainable. It looks,
yeah.
But should it be sustained?
Should it be? Oh God.
Well, everybody, I do have to get out of here. I got to go sit in a tree stand in the cold.
Nice.
I want to say thanks to everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to Josh's channel, it's 305 Gridiron. It's fantastic. Aquavale has a new channel he's starting, a sports dedicated channel. So make sure you guys go check them out. Cap, Elwood, guys, you guys rock. Thank you for coming in here as well. Everybody in the chat.
Thank you.
If you guys get a chance, please make sure to throw that like down. I appreciate you guys. Anybody got any farewell words?
Buckle up. Yeah, grab your best liquor and edible and enjoy the show on Monday, because bro, not only are we bad, but we are historically bad on primetime games. So it's going to be interesting.
If anybody needs some liquor, I got plenty to share.
Anybody needs edibles, I got plenty of them to share.
There you go.
Me too.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll make sure to live stream the game this Monday. So if you guys are looking for somewhere to sit and chill, come join the channel and we'll have some fun. It was a good time last week too with the Bills game. So I look forward to that time. Until then, everybody stay hopeful if you can. I know it's hard, but we're used to it. We're Dolphins fans. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.